Following is a presentation of the Hello Chicago Network.
Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Yanashas. It's time to focus for this Thursday, July the 30th. Can't believe we're done with July already. God, remember Memorial Day? We were rooting for summer, and now look at us. We got a month left in Illinois. I think you got 2 weeks left till school starts. God damn. But anyway, different time for that. But today we're focusing on the Chicago White Sox, their first series post All-Star break. Let's jump right into it, as Philip DeFranco says. Okay, let's get into this right now. Let's take a look. The series, they were in Toronto to face a team I believe I picked to win the World Series, and they're probably not even going to make the playoffs, and that is the defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays. White Sox went in, took 2 out of 3. North of the border. Great start to the second half. You want to be able to do that. You want to be able to make an impact, and that's exactly what they've been able to do. Great job there by the White Sox. They played well. Pitching's been good. I know, and I mean, being able to take advantage of a struggling Blue Jay team that really, guys that were chipping in to help that team make a run last year, not doing it this year, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. continues to struggle, but a nice job there by the White Sox. And of course, the key thing is, of course, this is as of today, or as of last Monday, White Sox had a 1-game lead in the American League Central over the Cleveland Guardians. It's going to be back and forth. These two teams still have, I believe, 2 more meetings left this season. And I mean, the White Sox, the odds are, I mean, they're going to be adding at the deadline. Deadline is coming up this upcoming Monday, and we're going to be recapping that in 2 weeks. And I think that's going to be huge for this. And the fact that they're buyers and people are finally believing him. They're like, okay, this isn't a cute little story anymore. The White Sox are a legit contender to be in the playoffs. Now, we're not looking at World Series, but they're ahead of schedule. And I mean, it's fun to talk about this team, because after, like I continue to say, covering this team the last few years, over 100 losses, we were so not focused on the White Sox in July going into August. Now we're even thinking October, and I think that's great for the South Side of Chicago, and the fact that they are in first place in the American League Central going into last week. I think that's great, and hopefully that'll continue to build. But a nice series win over the Blue Jays. Next week we're going to be recapping at the Rangers against the Astros, and then of course the previewing next week. Yankees are in Chicago for a whole week because they have a 4-game series against the White Sox. Then we talked about the Cubs yesterday. Then they'll be in at Wrigley, so they are getting the full Chicago experience next week, beginning tonight. Or beginning that series almost over, and then at the Rays. So I mean, you look at it there. Astros getting hot again. Rangers are a playoff kind of team in the AL West. And then you look, I mean, every time we say this, we're like, okay, well, this will be the time to show what the White Sox can do. Last time they shut us up. They shut up non-believers when they took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. And I believe they took 2 out of 3 or salvaged a game from the Yankees. Now a 4-game series against a struggling Yankee team. Aaron Judge won't be on that team. And we'll see if they're going to make their trade. And then you face the first place team in the East. So you're going to face 2 playoff caliber teams this week. And I think it's put up or shut up once again. But this team continues to play well. The Montgomerys are looking good. Offensively, you just got to see where that pitching is going to come from. And hopefully we'll continue to see more from this team. But got to be impressed by the Chicago White Sox. First place in the American League Central. And who knows where they're going to be. And the next week we'll have, because there's nothing else going on, we'll have two Cubs and 2 Sox episodes next week. So we'll have a lot to talk about, hopefully, about where this White Sox team is when the graphic comes up, or where they are Monday the 27th. Because again, always 2 weeks behind here in the summer, just so I can enjoy summer. And we'll be all caught up when the season 3 premiere hits on Labor Day. Looking forward to that. So that is that. Don't forget to comment below your thoughts on this so far great White Sox season. Can you call it great? I think you can. After 300 lost seasons, I think you can call it great. And then you have, and comment below, like the video if you like what you like it for the White Sox. And don't forget to subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Every Monday through Thursday, we're focusing on Chicago sports. And don't forget Fan Focus Live. Final one of season 2 will be on Thursday, August 13th. The finale between the Reds and your White Sox. We go live at 1:05. That'll do it for us. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Next week, we'll be back on Monday, of course. And then, of course, we'll have the starting lineup, and then we'll let you know all that. So everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy. I'm for locally Racine County Fair this weekend. So going to enjoy. I haven't been to a fair in a couple of years. Also celebrating my fiance and I's 4-year anniversary together. It'll be the final one we're not married, which is crazy, as that's in April and seems far away. Not that I'm sure, especially when you get past the holidays, boom, boom, boom. And then just like that. So we're going to celebrate, go out to dinner Friday, fair Saturday, actual anniversary will be Monday. So should be exciting. Everyone have a great weekend. I'm Ryan Yannishatis from the Hello Chicago Network. We are the focus of Chicago sports. And now as we close out every week, take a look at the best moments. But look at the bottom right-hand corner. This was the wild card standings. They have a 2.5 game lead, a half game over the Phillies. The Phillies are still looking at the National League East because the Braves have struggled. So the Cubs right now have a have a little bit of a padding because the Guardians took care of the Marlins. Marlins have been the hot team in the National League, but nonetheless, the Cubs, the 12 games over 500 after all the pitching struggles and all the drama they've had, a 10-game losing streak, a 10-game winning or 2 10-game winning streaks. And like I said, all the injuries, they're 12 games up and currently in a playoff spot. And the Brewers got swept by Pittsburgh. Cubs are only 5 games out of the division now. But I think that was a tough one. I mean, the Red Sox, you could have really eliminated the Red Sox, and they came in, and the White Sox have been a really good home team. But Boston played really well, swept the Sox. But then Sox say, hold my beer, let's do this again. Now the A's come in and the White Sox get the sweep. So a 3-3 homestand, all forgotten to end the first half of the regular season. And let's take a look in the bottom right-hand corner. Your current National League up to date American League Central standings, as I guess not up to date as this, but as of a week ago. White Sox have 1 less win and 1 fewer loss. So therefore it is a tie with the Guardians for first place in the American League Central. And if I would have told you even on opening day that the White Sox would be tied for first at the All-Star break, you guys would probably ask, okay, well, he's on drugs.